and begged him that they might only touch the hem of his garment. And as many as touched it were made perfectly well. Then the scribes and Pharisees who were from Jerusalem came to Jesus, saying, Why do your disciples transgress the tradition of the elders? For they do not wash their hands when they eat bread. He answered and said to them, Why do you also transgress the commandment of God because of your tradition? For God commanded, saying, Honor your father and your mother, and he who curses father or mother, let him be put to death. But you say, Whoever says to his father or mother, Whatever profit you might have received from me is a gift to God, then he need not honor his father or mother. Thus you have made the commandment of God of no effect by your tradition. Hypocrites, well did Isaiah prophesy about you, saying, These people draw near to me with their mouth, and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. And in vain they worship me, teaching as doctrines the commandments of men. When he had called the multitudes to himself, he said to them, Hear and understand. Not what goes into the mouth defiles a man, but what comes out of the mouth, this defiles a man. Glory be to thee, O God, glory be to thee. Well, today we have this incredible, really incredible gospel. The simple people recognize Christ, and they have such faith that everyone that even touched the hem of his mantle were made perfectly well. But those that spoke about God, those that thought, that knew God, did not. They accused him that he was teaching his disciples wrongly. And he turned around and said, You're accusing me of your traditions, but I accuse you of the commandments of God. For you have rendered the commandment of God null. It makes me remember this certain, so-called by himself and others, vicar of Christ, that has rendered a commandment in Deuteronomy about the aberration, the horror, how God abhors a man that sleeps with another man like a woman. And this gentleman today, he teaches that who is he to judge? And even is asking their priests to bless such unions. Thus he has nullified the commandment of God. The Christ said that the Holy Spirit proceeds from the Father. That is chapter 15 of the Gospel of John. And they said, Oh no, but also from the Son. And thus they tried to twist the words of God, but to no avail. Because if you do not recognize the Christ as God, then you are doomed to perdition and hell. All of you that call yourselves Catholics, Romans, and Christians, Reformed, and whatever else, and do not obey the Christ, you're risking condemnation. It is a good time for you to think about it. No one is able to correct God. No one. And no one is above God. So, if we want to be saved, we need to turn around and follow God by fulfilling all commandments of the Christ. Especially you, my dear brothers in the Reformed section, that do not think that you need to eat the blood, drink the blood, and eat the flesh of the Lord. And you who are not given the blood, but only the flesh, think about it. For blessed is our God, always, now, and ever.